Hello, families. Welcome to Math in Space. My name is Amy Schneider, and I am so excited to be your instructor for the next 4 weeks. I cannot wait to explore and learn with all of you mathematicians. Before we dive into the platform that we'll be using for our course, I just want to give a little bit of background information about myself. Currently, I am an instructional coach at a K-4 building, and being a coach means I get to work with both teachers and students. So it's a fantastic position to have. Prior to becoming a coach, I taught first grade for many, many years, had kindergarten, second, and third grade in there as well. While I was in the classroom, it was so important for me to have students build relationships with one another, work in partnerships and teams, to learn from one another and ask questions, provide feedback. So, all those great things that we did in the classroom, I hope to bring to this online platform as well. So, for our Math in Space course, we're going to go ahead and look at this materials tab here. This is where you will find the bulk of your information needed to work within the course. You found this first folder. I know that because you're watching this video, so thank you. There's a little bit more information in there about the course and about using Schoology. Same thing here in this blue folder, just additional information about how our course works. There's an introduction to Bloom's taxonomy and how we use it in this course design, and great information about helping your child grow their growth mindset. In the green folder here, and the ones that follow, these are our excursions that your child will be going on. Within each folder, you will see an intro to the week with a parent note. This holds information of the topics we'll be talking about, vocabulary that might appear. And then following that, there's information about this topic. So it could be through articles, movie clips, practice problems. So you'll find those are content there. And then once you and your child have covered the content, you can make an activity choice. I love to give 2 or 3 choices for your child to show their learning. And if your child wants to complete both activities, that's fine too. But just one is necessary. And then when your child does complete that assignment, they can post it right here in the sharing this week's work. So it's a discussion post, and this is the way that students can connect with each other by posting their work here and then adding some information there, like what was tricky during this task, or what were you successful with? And then I find that the students, after they read one another's, they can make connections, they can ask questions of each other. We have some sample ones up here that they can use, but this really helps the students communicate with one another and share, struggles or successes from the project. I'm going to come back out here. So, the sharing this week's work, I usually have a due date for that, just so that we can stay on the same pace if possible. Now, I know that families have many things going on during the summer. So if you are not on track with the upcoming date, the due dates, I completely understand. They just kind of help us be able to connect with one another on that same timeline. So speaking of which, this upcoming calendar, you will find those suggested due dates, but also right above here within this envelope, that's our Schoology email platform. So if you have a question for me or want to communicate, this is the way we can do that. Over here, there's an updates tab. Periodically, I'll post an update. It might just, check in and see how everyone's feeling. I might give them a poll. I might find information on our math and space topic that's not within the folders or content that I want to share with the students. So just be aware of that they'll be popping up maybe once a week. And then if you have any other questions or any questions after watching this or throughout the course, just feel free to reach out through that email platform. And I hope that we have a wonderful session together. And I thank you in advance for supporting your child. Thank you.